everyone, my name is Tima Kolviogazi under the student number 266-94859. I'm going to be doing a demonstration under the topic of mixture of materials. Mixture consists of two different substances mixed together in any amount. A mixture can easily be separated into its different phases, meaning it's two different substances, but even after mixing, they can be separated into their original states. And the substances in a mixture do not change when they are mixed together. Even after mixing, the different substances, there are different ways when it comes to separating them. So even after you mix the substances together, the way you differentiate, the way you separate the two substances one from another, they are in different ways. For example, serving. We have the separation called serving. When you serve, you are separating powders. We have hand sorting. Today we'll be demonstrating separation using hand sorting. We have decanting. Decanting is when you separate a liquid from a solid substance, for example, a sand. Separating water from a sand, then you'll be using the decanting physical method of separating mixtures from one another. As I've said, a mixture is when the two substances can be separated from one another. But what if the mixture cannot be separated? When you mix two substances, but if after that you cannot separate, the answer to that is a solution. If you mix two substances together and then one dissolves into another, you get a solution. Then your result will be called solution, depending on what you mixed together. For example, if you put sugar into water and then the sugar dissolves into liquid, you get a sugar solution. If you put salt into water, salt dissolves into water, then you get a salt solution. So a solution is a mixture of a solid and a liquid, where the solid dissolves in the liquid. So when you are making a solution, it is guaranteed that a liquid should be involved, so as for the solid to melt or to dissolve, resulting into the solution. Now let us please demonstrate what we mean by a mixture. As to remind, a mixture is when you mix two substances of the same phase and you can easily separate them after mixing. We have beans, sugar beans. They are in a solid phase. We have sand. They are in a solid phase. When we're gonna mix these two substances, as we're gonna see that we can easily separate them after mixing. We're gonna add the beans into the sand. Even after mixing them, we have our mixture of beans and sand. They are of the same phase. But looking at the mixture, we can easily see that we're gonna need hand sorting to separate the two substances from separating beans and sand. Let me make an example. Taking a bean is easily choosing it from the sand. That is what we mean by a mixture. We can easily separate. That is the demonstration we have. Let's show the second demonstration of a solution. If we remember remember, solution is when we mix two substances of different phases and the solid one dissolves into the liquid one. We have water as our liquid. Let's pour it. We have sugar, which is in solid phase. If we notice, these two substances are of different phases. We have a solid and a liquid, but we're gonna make a solution, meaning the solid phase, which is the sugar, should melt into the liquid phase, which is a liquid, resulting into a sugar solution. Let me put a little so as to quickly see the difference earlier. The sugar has to go through the process of dissolving. Dissolving is when the sugar dissolves or melts into the liquid. Well, my water is cold, so it's gonna take some time. The sugar will melt into the liquid, and then we're gonna have a solid solution. Thank you.